I need new music.
This is the JJO Discover New Music Podcast.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Discover New Music. And joining me today, let me start off by saying this. I hate it when interviewers do this. It gets awkward when they gush over the interviewees. But
go ahead.
Also because, and I hope you guys agree, we are friends, but I love you guys. I love Devour the Day. I have from the very first play of Time and Pressure, which for my money should have put you guys into the effing stratosphere of the rock world. And of course your follow-ups, Soar and Signals. Anyway, all of that said, I'm so excited to talk with Joey Chicago Walser and Blake Albuquerque Allison, which I thought Albuquerque or Boca Raton was both good for you, but I wanted to get
whatever rolls off the tongue, whatever sounds good.
I think the A. So Blake Albuquerque Allison really has a nice look to it. And Boca Raton, that's kind of a shit area anyway, so we won't worry about that. Anyway, Blake and Joey from Devour the Day. Gentlemen, it is so good to see you guys. It's so good to be here to talk new music.
It is good to see you, to talk to you,
to hear your voice.
Yeah,
it's so good, honestly.
See each other's faces. I mentioned this before we got started. You guys, you're aging so gracefully. And for rock stars, that usually doesn't happen. We'll get to your secret later. It's got to be a skincare routine or, I don't know.
Mini skin.
Years ago on a show called Silicon Valley, they were taking younger people's blood and transfusing, and we just took it literally.
Oh, okay.
We've just been trading our blood, though.
Yeah. Round robin.
It's
free.
Gross. But.
Very convoluted, not healthy at all, but it's great for the skin. So
we just tap in before we rehearse and keep it circular.
That is so gross.
I thought you did it. I thought you docked each other, and then you just it spreads that way.
Can't if you're getting blood through that path, it's a bad. Right. It's medical, so you don't want to do that.
Right.
Okay.
Already, it took us a minute to get through it.
We're docking. We're docking in under 45 seconds.
Yeah, clock it. We're dick and fart jokes. This
NASA's got nothing on us. And
I grew up in Chicago, man. It's part of it.
And Blake is now from Albuquerque, so it just works.
Yeah.
Flash Boca Raton.
He's got that Walter White work ethic.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He's making meth. Is that what you're saying? Is that how you get?
He works hard, though.
Yeah. No, yeah. Right. The product really fuels my ambition. So.
I do love Breaking Bad. Great show, but honestly, Walter was a drug dealer, dude. We got to stop.
He was a horrible person. Yeah,
like a bad guy, murdering.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but hell of a work. I loved him. Yeah, hell of a work ethic on it.
But I'm great though.
But that's why, and that's why
I'm not a bad guy.
No, you're one of the good meth cookers and everything. It's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have accomplished nothing other than making people question what we're doing here. So let's get focused. Let's get on it because we're talking new music, new EP, Fragments of Us. It is out now. And with Fragments of Us, why the EP and why not the full-length album as we got started with this?
I think that as we were putting together this music and other songs alongside it, we were realizing there was an element to some of the tracks that were of a heavier conceptual subject matter. It was some of the sadder music that we had written. And it also was coming from a place that was post-pandemic and the music together, these songs felt right together. But we also, and this just to be 100%, truthful on why we knew that we wanted to reinvent the sound of Devour the Day and find what our fan base and our niche and the people who love Devour the Day, what they were looking for this like future of our band. And I think that Blake said it really well the other day, like we just decided to go through that process in front of everybody as opposed to trying to like hide it and guess. Yeah. And wanted to go one track at a time and take advantage of the ownership of our own our own business, our own label, and do things the way we wanted to. And so we were changing songs as they were being reacted to, and we were seeing what people were really loving from us, because we wanted to complete their soundtrack, not necessarily like push our ego or agenda out. Like, we wanted to see what people love from us. And so that all of that together is what created a 5-song EP in this window. Our next body of work will definitely be a full length, but this is what was right for right now. We were also very busy, both being in other bands and stuff too.
Right. Right. So with Fragments of Us, where does that land for you guys at this point of the band, creatively, emotionally, spiritually, and adding in everything you've gone through now and what we're seeing in this new reality of Devour the Day?
It's really, really exciting for us because we feel like we've honed in on a vibe. I don't even want to call it a sound, because it's so much has to do with what we're saying along with the music that is there. And we just really like this stuff. Yeah. Like, we love playing it. We've done a handful of shows, and this new music just is like, it allows us to emote the way that we want to on stage. And so
the climate, I think too, of like active rock and rock in general is similar to the way it was around the time and Pressure came out. And again, in the fact that like Blake and I were in a radio band, Egypt Central, but we had so much love for like the scene and Warped Tour bands. And a lot of Time and Pressure was 10 years ago, us kind of bringing that style into the radio world. Ironically, Warped Tour goes away, and now everybody is through the same hot gates, as it were. And so you're seeing and hearing that merger of what I would say is like scene and radio in the genre all over the place. And it felt like we wanted to re-enter into what we loved about rock, the full spectrum, and play that kind of music, but we needed it to do it in a modern way.
Right. Would this be, and I don't want to be cheesy with this, there's no trying to impress so-and-so or get the label to enjoy it. This is as real as you guys have been able to get on a creative process?
Ever. By far.
Yeah, like a reality TV show.
Yeah, seriously. The truth is I feel like our career is just a series of stumbles and falls and like dusting ourselves off. There's never been really anything that's been by the book, perfect, or perfect. And the song Outsider on the EP, it speaks into this feeling of just like, no matter what, we are just always going to be at the uncool kid lunch table.
Well, we're always,
and that's just okay.
We're always going to be who we are.
Yeah.
And I think that like taking ownership of that has made it.
Yeah. Which we're really cool, as you can probably tell.
Yeah.
We're probably so tell cool by listening to this interview how
we're
cool we are.
Yeah. Right.
But no, he's right. Like, we had to grow up in front of everybody as a band because we did start over. And here we are, I don't even know. I mean, many years down the road, and
not that many though.
We're still good friends. I think a lot of bands, they spend so much time together, they develop a lot of hatred towards one another. But this guy and I, we're stronger than ever, and our live show is the best that it's ever been, and our music, we feel, is the best that it's been, and we're really, really excited about this next body of work.
Yeah,
it's really cool that like the adventure this far in just doesn't even feel close to over. Like this path that we've chosen, it's really unique. Adding the pop evil element in there as well. It's just, we're writing our own version of the story. And to me personally, that's to have my own unique path, the one less traveled or whatever. That's kind of been the whole point the whole time anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
Lone Ranger.
Not Lone Ranger. Right. I mean, it's a wide enough path for many people.
Yeah,
we can walk next to each other.
Yeah.
Or in row.
Yeah.
It made me think of Airheads, Lone Rangers. There's three of you. You're not really lone, are you? The two Rangers. Well, I love it. And I'm so happy for you guys because, again, I know how I feel about the band and everything you guys have done. And, again, even all those years ago in Egypt Central, but it kind of seems like, and again, not to get all masterpiece theater on everyone, but it seems like some of those hang-ups, some of those maybe more, that we have in youth, these insecurities, these hang-ups, not that you guys still don't want to, really give yourself, put out the best, but it seems like you really feel comfortable in your own skin musically with what we have with Fragments of Us. It's really, this is you're excited to put it out, and some of those hang-ups and insecurities are gone. Is that fair?
Yeah, I mean,
Some of them, yeah, man, definitely human. You want things to work for sure.
Right.
about how our legs look. On
Yeah, just want to
stage,
make sure your legs look good. Still make sure you have good
Abs are
calves.
strong,
Strong calves.
and hair too. That's important.
Best calves in the business. Best calves in the business.
Thinning ankle hair, not good.
No, but sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. I apologize.
I was saying something really important.
Per usual. No, but there's a freedom on stage that I don't think that we've had before.
Nice.
And we just are like, if you come to the show, which I know whoever's listening, you're going to be there. I know you will. You're going to see a version of us that is genuinely happy to be there. And
Yeah, it's still all about like an energy transfer. I don't think there's plenty of bands and people you can go out and see if you're looking for an opinion, outside of music or active rock. If that's your thing, is you need to know that they, say that, but that's not what Devour is about. It's like there's just this energy of like making the most of your life and seeking out opportunities and making the most of them and devour the day. And that energy transfer is what we want to show. It's just this like, we're going to give you everything, you give us everything, and let's like escape some of the BS together. And it still is that way, and I love that.
Yeah, and that actually really does lead me into something that I think is so important to talk about with you guys. And you have always been vocal about your fans and talking about that energy transfer, whether it's in person or just even on a record. The fans for Devour the Day have been such a pillar for you guys. And I mean, Blake, Joe, you guys, I think can attest to that's a huge role in where you're at, not only just, with the band, but continuing this journey and the latest work.
I would accredit 99% of why we're able to wake up and create every day to the people who continue to listen to our music.
Yep.
In every band, in every capacity, they work together as an organism that is like willing to talk about their feelings. They support each other. There's not really a lot of negativity on any of our social media. It's not like that. There's not an environment of like, So anyway, I just think that, that's why we have that mentality of soundtrack to your story, is that we feel like we're not the hero of this. We're just honored to be a part of their lives. So I'm very, very grateful. My family, my kids. It's an amazing. It makes me emotional because they really do support us as an independent label owner. We have a very close inside look to exactly how much they affect our lives, and they are the beating heart of why we can do what we do.
I couldn't have said it better, so I'm not going to say anything.
Beautiful. We'll put a pin on that.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Bass players
Can I say
are still important.
ditto? Is that paste my answer?
You're like a hype guy on the stage. You just come in like, yeah, another one. You just DJ Khaled this thing, and
this dude will come into the studio every day just like a ball of energy and just be like, you hear what's going on in the rap game today? What's going on in the rap game? And he's like,
you tell me
what Drake said, and it's just like all this energy, and then we'll rehearse and we'll start writing.
Rap game was crazy for a second.
Honestly, not to just sit here and blow you, but me as a one piece of this team, I'm super lucky to have a partner in crime like Joey, because he's just a freight train of creativity and energy and positivity. And
get it out. Come on.
Yeah.
No. I see
I'll
you reading
take my $50 now.
Yeah. I see you reading the cue cards that he put in front of you.
Yeah. He AI'd friendship, and that's what came up.
Write me a heartfelt statement about
about a guy I've known for a long time.
Okay.
Listen, rate, share, subscribe. Discover new music now at WJJO.com, in the JJO app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Brock has a new interview every Thursday evening between 6 and 7. 94.1 JJO.
I need new music.
This is the JJO Discover New Music Podcast.
I think you guys would go crazy if you didn't create. I think you both would just explode. Even if you were just recording stuff and then deleting it after the fact, I think you guys would still do that every single day.
That's half the time anyway. But
Yeah.
yes, you're right.
Right.
Well, you're right. I mean, I appreciate that. I that our friendship comes from, I think, you being the same way and an understanding of that. Like that need to be. It's outside of. And not in a way where it like defines you. I don't think that our industry job defines us. I think that's why it's important in a different kind of way, and you want to treat it with the respect that it deserves. So
right,
yeah.
Ditto, right, Blake? Ditto.
Yeah, I honestly I didn't understand what he just said. So I'm just here, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Typical uppity front man who doesn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was checking my my text. Got a lot of things going on. Therapist. I'm a lot.
Yeah.
And I have to deal with all of this in some way, and so I got to keep tabs on my.
There was a green M&M in your bowl of brown M&M. Son of a bitch, we're done. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, no, I asked for sugar-free.
Sugar-free too, clearly.
So angry about it. Sugar-free. That's what I asked for. I specifically wrote it down.
Angry about it.
I can't eat sugar. You know what happens to me.
Bloating.
Bloating. Get bags under my eyes. I know it can change at all times, but is on this EP, and I know we have more to come for the Devour of the Day, but is there a song on this EP that maybe stands out to each of you that you really have, it kind of speaks to you?
I feel like Empty, the song that's out right now, the one that's garnished some radio attention, it's done well at Octane. I think that it is the complete version of where we feel like we want to go vibe wise. And in that, it's like coming through the vines, to kind of into a clearing, and to see this land before time, essentially, of what the vibe is. I'm so excited to take that knowledge into the next body of work, and to be this far in and still have that kind of excitement about writing is like probably the coolest thing ever. Yeah. So Empty is definitely my go-to jam right now.
Yeah. This is like one of those questions where it's like, which one of your kids is your favorite? Because I know you've got an actual favorite, but you don't want to say which one is your favorite, because at some point your other kids are going to find out.
Until you have kids, and then you realize that you do have favorites.
Do actually have. So I say
I only have one, and she's not even always my favorite. I'll admit it. It's great. So we know. So what would you pick then?
If I had to pick,
if you had to pick,
I would say Worse Than Death is my favorite. It's it packs the most punch.
It does,
and it also has just like nice spectrum of elements, from really heavy to very, very beautiful and soft, and then just like this big, massive chorus in between. All that I really, really like that. It's got the whole package.
A lot happens in 3.5 minutes in those songs, and I think that we're like able to tell the arc of such a complex story in 3 minutes. I still love that adventure, man. It's awesome.
Fragments of Us, the latest EP from Devour of the Day. First new stuff since 2018, which getting started on this, was there kind of a, I don't know, shake the cobwebs before you got started? Or was it just a pretty easy transition into like, we're ready, we got it, let's do it?
I think we were really...
That's a really good question.
It is. And the path there was really cool too, but because what happened was when I joined Pop Evil, Blake joined us on the road within like 4 days of me joining the band to help work on the live show and everything. So, I mean, I was only really without Blake around for about 4 days before I was like, yeah, this is not as cool. Let's bring in Blake. And then anyway, so once we started working on that, Lee of Pop Evil has such an open mind to writing. He's such like, when there's a vibe going, he's so positive, dude. It's like like very encouraging type of personality, very much like a sports coach, you know, in the way that he just like gets you revved up. And I think that opened up this opportunity for Blake and I to write on the last Pop Evil record. And in that process, we got to work with Drew Folk, KJ Strauk, a bunch of other guys that were in LA. And in that process, meeting KJ, I think he's just such a sensational guitar player as well. There was a little bit of like hey, that's really similar to what we've been talking about wanting to do as traditionally a drummer and a bass player. And so this path of even how we got to where we wanted to write new music and kind of had an idea of what it was going to sound like came untraditionally as well. And I think that that's what was like, you know what, it's starting to feel like this is the right time, but let's discover what the fans want to hear from us in real time, and let's be courageous and just put one at a time. Like as soon as we get done with it, put it out there, from conception to release in a short amount of time. So it's real and fresh, and they're kind of in the process with us.
Empty was like they had so many different versions of it before we got to it, because we knew that with the songs that we had released previously, Killing Time and Worse Than Death, that it had to beat that, or it had to be on the level with that. And so now we just have this bar that we've set, and we know how to get there now. And so that's how we'll write from now on.
I love it. Well, I think I can speak for everyone saying this, is that having new Devour the Day makes the world a better place, and Fragments of Us is out now. That is right. Docking and all. We're ready to go. We're getting it done. Just right. It's
docking in under 45 seconds.
Nailing it.
Devour the Day.
Yeah, that will be the headline for this, by the way. And it's just record numbers. All right.
People are gonna say I'm from Albuquerque.
Yeah.
I hope that shows up on your Wikipedia. Do you have a Wikipedia? If not, I'm gonna do it just so I can
add it.
Start this lore. And then
I'll go to Albuquerque and they'll be like, "You're back.
You're back." You'll have a sign. There'll be a sign when you come in, like home of Blake Allison of Devour the Day. Like it really is going to take off. It's really going to take off.
If that happens, we are in a good place.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm counting on it.
With that Nickelback money.
I'll be happy to have you guys come in to Albuquerque whenever.
Anytime.
Pass it through. I'll host you at my smoke ranch. Shop.
Yeah, perfect. Yes, at your Winnebago that you cook the meth out of as well.
Right.
Yes. Before we get to rapid fire, if this hasn't been off the rails as much or enough, if you could tease, possibly, maybe, I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but are we going to see a full length? What's the timeline? Is there something there that you can share that maybe can keep fans waiting for more? I know we're enjoying Fragments of Us, but what do we got next? What's happening?
A full length is in the works now. The conversations, some of the ideas conceptually have already been discussed. We would like to start releasing music from that next year. We have a busy year with Pop Evil coming up, brand new song from them. We also just got the Daughtry Sleep Theory tour, so we'll be going out in December with those guys. Very excited about that.
And some new music from Egypt Central coming as well.
So there will always be something from now on. I think that's kind of every 6 weeks. You'll hear something.
Well, good. Well, that's good enough for me. I will take it. And again, Fragments of Us from Devour the Day out now. Their 5-song EP. Go check it out. Get it, download it, do whatever you got to do. Follow them on socials. Now that the important stuff is out of the way, let's get to the real important stuff. This is Rapid Fire with Blake and Joey of Devour the Day. No wrong answers, guys. Just go with your gut. All right. First one, mashed potatoes or baked potato?
Baked potato.
Mashed.
Gross.
Jesus. What if you guys are opposite on all of these? It's like just a friendship will be obliterated if you guys, or that's why it works. I don't even know who you are. Okay.
Why'd you guys break up? Oh, the rapid fire with Brock. We just couldn't get past the potato shit stuff.
We really just didn't, we just on two different pages, just two different sides of the same.
By the end, you both are crying at this. You just,
it was great while it lasted.
Oh my God. Disco or techno?
Techno.
Techno.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You ever been to Germany? Come on.
I never have, but I heard they do like that. Well, they have the Techno Viking there, which I've always wanted to meet him. I'm a big fan.
There's
of
a
him.
techno beat just going 24 hours a day in my experience.
In my head.
That's called a tumor. You have bleeding of the brain. That's what it is. You are not good. Soaked jeans or damp socks.
Soaked jeans.
Soaked jeans. Damp socks does make me think of the end of a water park or amusement park day, though.
I think of that some crazy military movie where the guy gets his socks wet and he pulls his shoe off and it's like got all these sores and everything. I'd rather have a chafed crotch than a foot.
Well, being in the deserts of Albuquerque, how quickly you chafe.
Yeah.
So it's
and he never wears underwear.
I embrace the
just
chafe,
wet, chafed jeans.
corduroy. Just horrible wet corduroy.
He actually invites the wet corduroy chafe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just a pruny taint. Just a real red mess.
I told you he was a hard worker.
It's how you know you're alive.
That's right.
Yeah. If you don't burn in the middle, what are you?
Yeah. Nothing says good, life is important.
Would you rather see Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster?
I feel like I would want to see Loch Ness because it would prove that, there's a dinosaur, right? Because Loch Ness is technically Nessie's a dinosaur.
My instinct,
historic. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And my instinct is that I would see the Loch Ness Monster at a distance or from a boat or the shore.
Right.
Whereas
protection. Yeah.
Whereas with a Yeti, if I really see that, like, is he up on me? Yeah. How fast is that thing? We don't know.
It's a very practical answer.
Yeah. So I think I would rather see the Loch Ness Monster just out of zero understanding of what they're capable of.
I'm excited. It's just a friendly, large prehistoric whale. I'm so happy you guys said that because to add to this craziness, this beautiful craziness that is Devour the Day, Discover New Music. Do you know what researchers believe that famous photo of Loch Ness of Nessie is?
Oh no, what is it?
A whale penis. So apparently, whales, perverted whales with pencil thin mustaches and rose colored glasses will break the surface. Did you like that picture? I got blank on that one. So what they'll do is they'll break the surface and then their penis, their large whale penis. So if you imagine, see how it's like that.
So not everyone knows that you're making the whale penis.
I'm doing it. So if you imagine, and it's so if you just lift your arm at the elbow and then let your hand fall, it looks very Nessie like. See, that looks like Nessie, but really, it's the penis of a whale.
Wow,
that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense.
I'm impressed with your knowledge
of folklore and whale penises. Thank you, Blake. I appreciate it.
Did you look up other whale penises to
I spent a good Sunday afternoon
deep within the reservoir of whale penis.
I spend a lot of my time comparing whale penis. And that means that at some point they had to call in a professional, and that guy probably has those glasses and the pencil thin mustache, and is like,
oh yeah, that's a flasher for sure. I've
seen a lot of whale dicks, and that is
my friend
right there.
That's right there.
Yeah,
no,
strong representation.
I missed my daughter's third birthday researching whale penises, and I don't regret a second of it. I don't regret a second.
You should. You've written that knowledge down.
I don't regret,
and that's a value. Can't put a price tag on.
No, you can't. I'm smarter now. Last one. Would you rather take one punch from Mike Tyson or 100 punches from the Where's the Beef Lady? R.I.P. Where's the Beef Lady? Obviously.
Man, how'd she die?
She's just old. She got punched by Mike Tyson. No.
100 punches.
Wait. Mike Tyson now or Mike Tyson?
Like it would matter to you.
Like it would matter.
Right. Mike Tyson, it would kill you matter what.
He's probably can punch just as hard. It just can't. That hard for as long.
You're also not 22. You aged with Mike Tyson, so it's an equal level of resilience, and you're screwed.
So I'm gonna die. That's what.
Either way,
we're both dead.
Well, then that settles it.
Yeah.
I'd rather
Where's
take
the beef?
Yeah.
100. Where's the beef?
100 slaps of.
Oh, he wants to get hit
Beef.
with beef.
Oh, you're gonna get hit with the beef. Gotcha.
That would make sense. She's
About-
not going to punch you.
What
with
about
her
100
hand.
slaps with a whale penis?
Been there, done that. You lived to tell the tale.
I was fine.
Yeah.
Anyway. Thank you guys for humoring me. More importantly, thank you, Blake and Joey, for talking new
Always.
music.
Dude, it's so good to see you.
It's awesome, guys. I was so excited when I knew this was getting booked, and I am so proud of you, and I love you guys, and just love that there's new Devour the Day, and I'm excited for what's next for you. I really am.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you. I'll be to see you soon.
Yes, we will very soon. Very
Big
soon.
hugs. We'll dock in under 45 seconds.
Doc, and I will show up, penis out, ready. Jesus Christ! This is just,
Oh yeah, and I'll say there's Nessie.
there's Nancy. Oh, thank you. That's very was a complimentary of you.
Oh, it's a baby Nessie.
Oh, baby. Look, that must be freshly born right out of
It's
the
a wee Nessie.
Listen, rate, share, subscribe. Discover new music now at WJJO.com, in the JJO app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Brock has a new interview every Thursday evening between 6 and 7. 94.1 JJO.